Welcome back to the Al Pod. We are back. It has been a while, guys. We have been slacking. We haven't been recording as much.
No, you just got sick. That's all that happened, dude.
Bro, I got
2 weeks.
I think I'm still sick.
AIDS is for life.
I have HIV. No, man, I got this like COVID thing. No, I tested negative for COVID. I tested negative for RSV, flu, negative for everything. And then the symptoms kept transforming.
I mean, yeah, you've been sick literally for 3 weeks, man.
Yeah. I was about to cancel on you last night. I was telling you, man. I was waking up and I
seen you Monday and I was like, good, he's good. Did it? Yeah.
I'm trying so hard not to cough right now.
Please don't.
I'm trying so hard.
Dude, please don't. I got in the sauna the other day on purpose because I was about to. I'm like, I'm going to see this sick guy. The sauna is unreal. I have a terrible immune system.
Yeah.
All winter, I would go in it once or twice a week. I never got sick this whole winter, man.
Really? I miss the sauna, man. That's one thing I miss about my last gym is the sauna. But
the sauna, I just started doing it, but it is full of a bunch of people who don't work out. They just like to go in there and think they're doing something. Like all my friends that are extremely overweight, they're like, dude, I love the sauna. I just went to the gym to go to the sauna. Well, you should have worked out before, maybe not at Ben and Jerry's, but...
You know what a nightmare is? Go to the gym in the winter when there's a power outage. When we get those weird ice storms and there's a power outage, go to the gym, if it's still open, and try to go into the sauna. There's a whole...
is it really? Yeah.
There's 3,000 people in the sauna. It's wild. We have a power outage right now. It's freaking area.
True.
But
the dude, this week with it being so hot, I mean, we've been, as far as business, dude, it's like no one's outside. I'm standing outside the other day, and I'm just like, dude, just no one's. I mean, I'm talking crazy quiet with this heat, and it is death. I mean, dude, this heat is brutal. You stand outside and you're just dying.
Yeah.
It's not, but I mean, business has been tough. But I go to the gym. The gym's been packed, dude.
Has it?
The gym's been packed.
I need to go back to the gym, man. It's been bro, it's been like 2.5, 3 weeks at this point. I miss the gym. But man, it's so hot outside. We wanted to go to the splash pad with the baby. We made plans with my sister-in-law. She's like, there's a splash pad in Rochester. She's like, let's go there. Let's take the kids. I said, okay, great. So we're at Target. We're shopping. Get a phone call. Hey, 9 people got shot at the splash pad that we want to go to tomorrow.
I mean, it's terrifying.
Dude, what is wrong with you?
I know. I told my wife, I said, well, now you can't go to splash pads. Just in general, just with freedom, there's insane consequences, though.
Yeah.
And that's why you have to have a strap. You have to be protected. You know how scary it is? The guy unloaded clips and was reloading. Imagine being there. No one can do anything. No one's got a gun in a park. You know what I mean? You should, though. You got to have this sucker. You need to get your CPL, man.
I'm glad you said that. So we went to a different splash pad. Right, brought the babies. There's all these little babies around, bro. And I'm just looking at all this innocent life, and I'm like, somebody really wants to run up in here and just start shooting random people. So I had my gun on me the whole time. And then...
Doesn't that suck, though?
Yeah.
You can't really enjoy
I can't run in the water.
Yeah,
you know?
really can't. You're like the paranoid psycho who's like, oh, I can't enjoy my kid. It's different when you have to worry, and it sucks. You shouldn't worry. It's a 1 in a billion.
Yeah.
But still, like, these things happen, and it's always the white dudes, man.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with calling it a spade a spade.
Your people, dude.
You know what I'm saying? You know, for real, man. It's as soon as you hear about it, it's these white idiots, dude.
Once the splash pad was shot, and they're like random shooting, I visualized the suspect. Yeah. And it looked like this.
No. They look the same skin.
Not like this. I do the buildings and the planes. But, so, you know, it was really cool. We're at the splash pad. We're having a good time. And I'm, like, taking out my piece to put it away.
Are you, dude?
In a backpack for a split second, just so...
Dude, you want to catch a stray?
No. I mean, bro, I do it quick. I'm like, you know?
Just
and
get a
and then a cop pulled up. And I'm like, oh boy, like, did somebody just call the cops on me? Because I
mean, yeah, you see a weapon out.
But I'm the protector. I'm not the suspect now. But what was cool about this cop, he pulled up in this park deep into the, forest, and he just started lapping the splash pad on a motorcycle. It was pretty cool, man.
A motorcycle?
He wasn't
pulled up
revving.
On a car?
No, he was on a motorcycle.
The whole time?
He was there for like 20 minutes.
Okay.
He pulled up, he parked up, and I was like holding my baby, and I'm like, oh, look at the motorcycle, and the baby's pointing at the motorcycle, and he's like waving at the kids. It was nice to have him.
Dude, it's so comforting when you think about even just cops in general, man. I was watching the Boston Marathon Bombing Netflix show last night, and you see a bomb go off, Al. Everyone's scared wherever, and all you do is see these everyday cops running towards an explosion. The exact opposite of what every human nature thing's saying. Everyone's running from it. And all these cops, no matter, are just running towards an explosion, dude.
That's bravery.
You know what I mean? It's just like, man, what a tough job, man. An insanely great documentary. I never remember how dark these people were, Al. They just, do you remember that they just walked up to a cop sitting in his car and shot him in the head like 2 days later?
Is that how it started?
No, that was when they were on the run. They just walked up to a cop at a freaking college campus, blasted him in the head, took his gun, carjacked this Chinese guy, took him. I mean, these people.
This
man,
guy?
Yeah, this guy. Him and his older brother. His older brother was like a pro boxer. His life soured when they wouldn't let him in the Olympics because he wasn't born here.
Are they Russian?
Yeah, they're from Dagestan.
These are Dagestanis?
Yeah, they're from Khabib. But and seriously, they say that they watched this guy, not him, the other brother, like start visiting Dagestan, and he said like he got on the FBI list for talking about jihad. What does jihad mean?
It literally means holy war.
Because they said he got red flagged for saying the word jihad on a line. And I'm like, so if you say that word, like, what is that? That means holy war? So like dying for your God or something?
I think it just literally translates to like the purpose of the war is because it's a holy war. Like we got to kill the people who don't.
But dude, these people are dark. They're in a shootout with cops in a neighborhood, and this cop literally shoots him 6 times, and he's just walking towards him now, throwing bombs at him. It's like from
bombs,
dude. Yeah, they would carry bombs on him. These cops get him in a carjacking. The brother on the left, crazy dude. They're blasting him with rounds, and he's walking towards them, throwing bombs, not even phased.
Like grenades?
Like homemade pipe bombs. It's all on footage, man. This documentary, I do not remember it being this dark.
I remember I was in the office at my job at the time, and it was the Boston Marathon, right?
Really?
And people were just, there was explosions, there was broken concrete, there was dust everywhere.
Dude, it's terrible. I would really recommend watching it. It's pretty frightening.
But I didn't know these dudes were walking around like...
So after the bombing, no one knew it was them now. So they go back to their houses, and then once they release the videos of them, then all of a sudden they execute a cop to try to take his gun. They carjack someone to get a new car, and I mean it just goes from there, man. It's the wildest thing, man.
So what was their whole agenda? What was
that's what they start getting into. Is they're like, no one's born and wants to kill people, like. So then they get into how his dad was like super aggressive. And then he couldn't be on the Olympic team. And then after that...
Olympics for what?
For boxing. He said he was a killer boxer.
This guy?
This guy. Hey, dude, he was throwing hands. They showed some footage.
You're not a killer boxer.
He would probably knock you out. Not me, but he would take you out.
Yeah, but his nose isn't flat enough to be a boxer.
I mean, there must be no cartilage in it. But for real, man. So then they start getting into, like, the war in Iraq. And then, so he gets into all the stuff that's happening right now, Al. All the stuff that's happening right now. This guy was about how all these Jews are trying to ruin the world. They're trying to eliminate
same stuff they're talking about.
It's the same stuff.
Yeah.
So it's really sad to see that this stuff is getting exasperated, and I truthfully think, man, that it's not looking good in general. Because you get a lot of these people come over here, say illegal people, Al.
Yeah.
And once there's a war, say we respond to one of these wars too hard, there's too many of them here.
I know
that disagree with it, and that's why America stands for nothing. They'll let you be whatever you want right now. They don't believe in God. They take God out of stuff. If you believe it, agree with it or not, if you go to another country like Russia, they don't care about what you think or feel, bro. This is our rules. If you don't like it, you can leave. America's bending down for everyone. You don't have to agree with it, but if you stand for nothing, you're toast, man. We don't have values and principles.
Yeah, that's what they want, man.
For real.
They want to... And all this sucks too because it's like a divide and conquer strategy too. So it's going to separate people because there's a lot of good people that look like me that people are going to be like, oh, what's this? You know,
yeah, I mean,
sand monkey
for sure.
Here.
For sure.
But these people, 2 people killed how many people, Al?
Not a lot, to be honest. Like 3 people, but it was an act of terror. Like a lot of people injured, lost legs. They killed a cop. They killed an 8-year-old, a 10-year-old.
Are you serious?
In the bombing, yeah. I mean, they probably killed less than 10 people, but it's like...
So did they? So they did it in retaliation to like all the wars in the Middle East.
So they get brainwashed. They were just like, yeah, America wants to extinct Islamic, whatever, and it's just, dude,
the brainwashing is real right now, bro. Like, there's these liberal white kids on campus wearing like Middle Eastern garments and stuff, talking about like you guys shut your mouth. You know nothing of the Middle East.
The whole thing is sad. To me, it's like, dude, we got to understand that anytime people are dying, it's tragic and sad, and we need to learn how to talk and communicate. But like,
here's the thing: it's nothing new. It's nothing new. The Middle East has been, there's been blood on that soil for millennia, bro. Like, there's always going to be war. Always. There's 3 primary religions that conflict against each other. Mm-hmm. You could say they coexist. You could say this and that. At the end of the day, they do not like each other. They don't agree with each other. And when push comes to shove, they want to kill each other. So it's never going to end, bro. It's never going to end. Anyway, to brighter news.
I mean, seriously, I can barely sleep. It's just, even my wife's like, I don't want to watch that again. I'm like, I don't like watching traumatic stuff, but I'm like, you need to understand that this is why sometimes, like, the NFL draft, when it's here, I ain't going.
Yeah.
There's too many people in confined area, and there's people out there that want to hurt innocent people, dude, and want to see tragedy. And that's what I just don't understand, is take it out on the people who are actually, you feel like, responsible.
Well, don't feel too bad, Al, because our brave men and women are now stepping up to the first ever draft of their generation. New bill wouldn't force men 18 to 25. Why would you say wouldn't?
So this is clickbait, dude. All it does is make them enlist, but they're not drafted. Like, it makes you sign, just like you. I had to sign up at 18.
Did you?
Yeah, you didn't, in case there was a draft at 18, you have to register. At 18, I remember registering.
I don't ever remember doing that.
Maybe, honestly, they were prejudiced against you. I'm not joking. They're like, look at this guy's last name, dude.
Oh, man.
It's not funny, dude.
I know.
No, it is.
You guys hate us. Wait, so there's no draft?
It's all clickbait. It's just saying, in case there was a draft, 18-24-year-olds all need a, like, go to the new bill fact check thing. Right there.
No, selective service registration bill doesn't reinstitute draft.
And government is forcing many to do that.
I don't know. I thought they were. I thought it was a whole new, like, forced thing to sign up for the military.
I'm all for it. I think that patriotism is being lost, and I think that you have to, a lot of other countries do that, and you need to be proud of where you're from and understand the values and principles that make it free, that there's a severe consequences on it, but when you fight for a country, you understand that, man, people died for this. We all have had family members fighting. It's just, dude, there's wars everywhere else. It's not looking great, man. It's just scary to me because wars aren't wars anymore. They're drop bombs here. They're click buttons by these little nerds. It's not like back in the day where you're storming beaches. You're just droning people, dude. It's terrible.
Yeah, that's all it is these nerds that, like, just launch.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like I'd be all for, like, Olympics settling it. Like, a Russian fight team, an American fight team. Whoever wins this they're gonna give up Ukraine. If they can't beat them in these freaking boxing matches, settle it by competition, dude.
So you're saying Biden versus Putin?
Whatever.
One-on-one cage fight?
Seriously, man.
It's
things are different, man.
Maybe there will be a draft. Who knows, man? But all I know is when my boy Big DT was in office, we weren't talking about war like this.
See,
I was like, look at this stock market. What's going on with this crypto? What's going on with all?
I remember in 2021, though, his first year out, I remember stocks were booming, and I remember being like, hey, this ain't that bad. But ever since then, it's been pretty quiet, Big Al.
Yeah. Speaking of stocks, isn't GME supposed to, like,
Let's check it out.